Is it better to rip or stream music? This comes from Andy in New York, and Andy writes, I'm mostly a classical music listener, and I still get quite a few recordings on CD. Me too. Although that's fading away, I've noticed lately that many recent discs have a lot of errors when I rip them using dB power amp. At this point, is it better just to get everything via download rather than disk? Well, that's a really good question because today so many people are streaming. I find myself doing it more often, though my particular use is mostly optical discs or things that I have ripped excuse me, from optical discs, because when I rip them, I feel better about them. Now, you use dB power amp, which is a really good ripping program. And there are differences in ripping programs. And I know when I say that there are differences in the way ripping programs sound, I know what's going to happen here. We're going to get the chickens going. So, as I digress here for a moment. Okay, I've thought a lot about this, and as we do these videos, some of them just, crack me up because some subjects get everybody going, just going on and on and on and on and on, right? So I'm here, look at this. For those on Ohm's Law, what you can't see, but you can probably hear in the background, a group of chickens. And I got this stock footage somewhere, I don't know. But I'm going to just label this one of the chicken videos because this is going to get a whole bunch of people talking. Okay. So common wisdom is that when I rip a CD, as long as it doesn't have a whole lot of errors, if I use iTunes or dB Power Amp or Exact Audio Copy, or there must be 100 different types of ripping programs, then it should all be the same because, where's my chorus? Bits are bits. Bullshit. Bits are bits only in the broadest of senses. There's timing, there's jitter, there's noise, there's all kinds of errors, all kinds of things that happen with our bits. Now, to be clear, to keep all the people who are going to get all up in arms about this, it is true that when I have a CD, this is a really good one, by the way, Kevin Morby, and it's Harlem River. What a great CD, really good. I recommend that highly. Anyway, when you're ripping off of this disc, there's no timing information on the disc. Okay? And when you download something, there's no timing information there either. There's no clock. It's just bits. So on one hand, the veracity, the truth, the accuracy of those bits, as long as we get them, there's no difference between what's on here and what streams over the internet. And that is true, but that's as far as it goes. How you bring those bits in, the accuracy of those bits, and then what you do with them afterwards, and what's going on inside of the DAC or the streamer, or whatever you may have to rip those, that's where the differences come into play in terms of sound quality. That's where a system that is trying to take a streamed file that came in on FLAC, free lossless audio codec, which is Tidal and a number of other things, bring it in FLAC. Now your processor is grinding away trying to unravel MP3 or FLAC, whatever the container may be, to either compress it or to contain it. When that happens, your power supply usage goes up as the processor is grinding away trying to unravel this track. And when that happens, when power supply noise and usage goes up, so too does jitter and noise. We can see it, we can measure it, we can hear it. So how you treat those bits and how it all works has a lot to do with the way it sounds. So a simple answer to Andy's question is, I still think you're going to get the best sound quality out of this, out of the optical disc. Having said that, let me equivocate. I download regularly Cookie Marenko's pieces on Blue Coast, and those downloads are just as good as any of the ones I've gotten off of her discs, her optical discs. But in general, for me, I prefer to have optical discs and rip from them for best results. Thanks. Bye.